Today we're doing a quick walkthrough of the Carolina Brush website. We're going to take a look at the old website, and then we're going to take a look at the new website that was developed by Escape Plan Marketing. So first, let's take a look at the old website here on the left. This website was first created about 2008 and really hasn't been meaningfully updated since then. It's a 100-year-old brush manufacturer here in the Charlotte area, and they have kind of just been maintaining, but they needed to start growing. And so the first thing that we took a look at was their website. Let's walk through here real quick and I'll show you some of the problems that we have with this. The first you'll notice right off the bat is it's a fixed width, very old looking website. I mean, it shows its age, it's got a fax number, and but more than its age, it's kind of confusing. Like, you don't really know what you're supposed to do when you get here. You see a logo here, which you normally would click on to go to a home page, and that goes to their about page. You do have some top navigation here, but you've got some text here that just kind of goes in a weird direction, that your eye doesn't really go where you need it to go. These pictures are kind of hard to make out actually what they even are. You've got a lot of small pictures throughout the website, and this is all over the site. And then you've got some inconsistencies in what you're supposed to do here. So you've got your brush types and you've got some navigation here, but then you got a brush type and you've got no navigation, just a description. And then you've got a description, then you got industries with some navigation, and then another brush type here with no navigation. And then you've got some more text down here. It's a very text heavy website. All in all, you're looking at it and you're like, what should I do here? But even if you're an engineer and you've dealt with them before and you come here and you're clicking around, you say, okay, well, I know I want a strip brush. And so you got several options here and say, I want this kind of straight strip brush. I know that. You come here and it's still a very text heavy website. Not everything fits within the framework of the site, so you see errors like this. And then you're looking around here and you're like, I need some more information. I'm not sure what this thing means. And you're looking around and it's very hard to kind of figure out what information you need. And everything is really kind of inconsistent and just kind of thrown there. It's like it's there, but it's not put there in an intuitive way. Same thing with your industries page. So you've got kind of a history lesson here, some text, and then you've got some industries, and some of them are clickable and some of them are not. And so if I want to click on material handling and packaging, again, you've got a little bit of a history lesson, but it doesn't really tell me a whole lot about, who I'm helping in a way that's easy to understand. And that's the thing, it's just kind of a hard site to understand. And then you've got some things that are very problematic on the website, like this old navigation system here. This was a hard-coded website. It's not built on a modern platform. And so you've got things that are creating 404 pages in your actual navigation. And your navigation in the top and the footer are not consistent either. So in the last copyright date on it was even 2020, so that was 6 years ago. The last time anybody had even made an update on this website. Then there's some other problems on here. So if you want to get in touch, they do have some contact information here, but their contact forms are all broken. So you can see that it says powered by form stack, and so there were things that were meant to work on here, and at some time in the past they just broke. The same thing with design a brush. We've got a form here, and I'm going to click on a brush type here, but I don't know what to do next, because the form itself is actually broken. And then you've got a request for quote, which seems really redundant from design a brush, but again, the form is broken, so it doesn't really matter because everything was broken. And you can probably guess they weren't getting a lot of inquiries off of this website. They weren't getting any leads. because it was just a hard to follow website. So That's the old site. So what we did here on the right side, this is the new site. And before we ever put any design down on the screen, we did our research. We learned about Carolina Brush's clients. Who are they trying to reach? What is it they want them to do? What are the actions that they're trying to have happen? And what are their business goals for the website? And then we use that to do the research on their competitors, to find out what are their competitors doing, who are their competitors trying to reach, what terms are people typing in to actually find the website. And then we wrote all of the copy for the website. We put together the entire website plan based around real data on how real people need to find these products. And so that helps us come out of the gate with informed decisions on how to make a website that was going to perform for Carolina Brush. And so what you got was a website here where we've got a video right on the home page, and right up front we know exactly what they do. And if I'm ready, because I've used them before, to request a quote, then I can just go ahead and go straight there. If I need to learn more about their brushes, I can click through and go here. Or I can scroll further down on the page, and we've got, these are the primary industries that they work with. And they have more industries available there. So you can click through and learn more about those industries. You've got more information here about, like, if I'm new to Carolina Brush, I can go and get a quote, or if I know what I need, I can actually punch in my specs and send those to them. You've got some trust information here and some more information about knowing what their capabilities are. Again, lots of large images, lots of things that show you what the company does and why it matters. And then you've got your brush types. And so again, these pictures, if you compare them side by side to the old site, even the thumbnail pictures are way larger than the photos that they've got on the old site. And so I know immediately what type of brush I'm looking for by the visuals. I don't even have to read the words. And so I say, okay, I want these strip brushes. And you go to that page and you've got lots of large images here. You've got much easier to read, much easier to scan text. You got technical drawings. You've got specifications here in an easy to understand format that's large enough to read. You've got more information about their holders, and you even have a photo gallery, so you can click through and say, yeah, that's exactly what I'm looking for. It makes it much easier to do business with the company. And then on every page, we have a footer here that shows where they are in the United States. It's got plenty of contact options here, and an option here to start a quote. If you're still not sure about what you want, you can still, check out some things, like if you need a brush replaced. It's very, very easy. Our navigation stays with us throughout the website. The website is mobile responsive, and it's just very easy to understand. It's very user friendly. It presents the company in a professional light. It looks like a 100-year-old nationwide company should look. And those are the things that really matters. It inspires trust. We've got, I could just kind of go on and on and on. I don't want to take you through every page of the site, but I do want to show you some important distinctions. Our contact form is very easy to use. We don't have any 404 pages. We don't have any broken pages, no broken images throughout the site. And if you want to request a quote, if you've got all your specifications, you can actually do that right on the website, and even upload your technical drawings to make it very, very easy to do business and to get a quote from this company. All in all, it's a much, much more effective website. And I can tell you that their leads increased dramatically. So it took us a few months to build this website, and during that time, no leads came from the old website. In the first 60 days of this website going live, they had about 60 leads. And they were not just spam leads, they were like legitimate leads. And that makes a huge difference. If you've got a website that's built well, then it inspires trust. If you get a website that is built in a way that people actually browse, in a way that people actually want to use the website to do business with you, then it makes it easy for you to get new customers. Not only are they getting leads through the website, but they are also dominating search in their industry. And so all of their SEO, which is baked right into every site that we build at Escape Plan, that is right, follows all the best practices, and it's an ongoing process so that we're continuously improving this website over time, so that they're being able to be found on Google, on Bing, on Yahoo, but also on AI platforms like ChatGPT and Claude and Gemini. And so they're showing up in those AI searches as well, because it's a modern website, and it's a website that will continue to grow with this company over time. So it's poised to evolve as the company evolves past their 100 years.